Good afternoon, Mathletes and Full Majors. Today is Monday, July 22nd, 2013, and this weekend I went to Tennessee, but we're not going to talk about that. So basically what happened this weekend is that I went to Tennessee to visit my brother who was working at a nuclear facility in Oak Ridge, and the whole thing is very, very secret, and I couldn't take pictures of anything, and I couldn't do anything. So basically, I went there, I came back, and now we're here. So instead of talking about that, I'm actually going to talk about the things that I did on my way to Oak Ridge and on my way back, which was reading. I had a lot of hours in the car to myself, so what I did, obviously, was spend a lot of time with my Kindle, which I love, and I take it with me everywhere, even though sometimes it runs out of battery. I get very upset. But in the past 4 days, I have read 6 books, which I think is pretty impressive, I'm not gonna lie. And so for this video today, I was going to talk about those books that I read and give you reviews and say what I thought, and then I realized that there are 6 of them, so it would take a really long time. Not only that, but then I realized that all of the books I read were actually sequels, so I couldn't actually explain to you, like, plots and stuff without actually spoiling the first books in the series. So what I'm going to do today is tell you what I read, and then I'm going to go and talk about young adult books for a while, and then we're gonna wrap it up, and that's gonna be it for today. So you ready? Let's go. Also, before we start, if I mess up any of the authors' names, I am super, super sorry. The first book that I read this week, it was called Siege and Storm by Leigh See? This is what I meant when I said I would mess up names. Basically, if you're looking for magic, political intrigue, teen romance, Slavic environments, this book is what you're looking for. I liked it a lot, I give it 4 stars. The next book I read was Dark Triumph, which was written by Lefevre. Yeah. We're just gonna get the hard ones out of the way first. If you're interested in a book about female assassins, religion, royalty, war, this book is for you. I liked it. I actually liked it a lot more than the first one, so if you start with the first one, get to the second one, I give it 4.3 stars. The next one is called Scarlet, and it is in the Lunar Chronicles following Cinder and is by Marissa Meyer. Easy to pronounce, all of them. I'm gonna find out later that it's actually pronounced Mayer, and I'm gonna be like, oh, damn it. Basically, if you like cyborg fairy tales in the future, read this book. I give this one 3.9 stars. The next book I read was The Runaway King, written by Jennifer Nielsen. The first book was called The False Prince, and this book has pirates, it's got court intrigue, it's got a king that's really young and doing crazy things, and you're like, what? You're a child! Out of control. I give this one 3.5 because I liked it, but at the same time, some of the, like, plot things were just too convenient. Like, I couldn't suspend my disbelief that much. We are almost there. The second to last book that I read was Monument 14, Sky on Fire by Emmy Laybourne, following the first book, Monument 14. Take The Mist and Lord of the Flies and put it together and put it in a Walmart. And that is Monument 14. Monument 14, I give a 4 to. Yeah, the last book that I read was Prodigy, and it's in the Legend series, and the first book was obviously Legend, and this series was written by Marie Lu. And what I like about this is that it's a split narrative. It goes chapter to chapter switching perspectives, which I always like, especially when it lines up correctly, and you get to see, like, the same moments from 2 different perspectives, and you're like, ah! And you understand the characters so much better that way. I don't know. I like that a lot. Prodigy, I give a 4 as well. I mean, obviously, I like the concept of all of these books. All of these books are sequels. I went back to read to find out what happens next, so clearly I'm invested in these stories. Now, I have to kind of change the plan of my video today because that actually took a lot longer than I thought it would, so I'm just going to talk about one aspect of young adult books that I wish to address today, and that is the love triangle. Why? I hate it so much. I mean, you don't even know. It's so predictable, too. Like, how many books in the young adult genre have you read that basically starts with, I'm a plain girl and I have absolutely no romantic prospects whatsoever. Nobody notices me, and I'm super, super plain and drab and boring, and I'll probably die alone with 1,000 cats. Chapter 2, what? 2 hot guys like me. What am I going to do? And then the rest of the book is just her figuring out what you gonna do. More likely than not, one is super hot and like that bad boy type, and one is super hot and either the best friend or the goody two-shoes, and I hate it. I hate it. And it's not realistic. I've never started on the first day at a new school and all of a sudden found myself surrounded by hot guys after insisting that I am plain and looking for no one. That's so annoying. The whole book is not about the action, not about her growing as a character. It becomes her choosing between Bachelor A or Bachelor B, and you're just like... Like, just the act of finding someone that you might like and then figuring out if they like you, that's a challenge enough. I don't need choices. I know that's like super picky, but I know that I was running out of time. I didn't want this to be too long, and I couldn't go into my huge tirade about why it's called young adult and teen, and I'm just like, ah. But I guess that's it for me today. For the film majors, I'm Caitlin. For the Mathlete, Susan will be back whenever she's back. And for everybody else, thank you for hanging out with us today. And if you like these books, or if you know of similar books that I might be interested in, tell me, reblog, reply, tweet, Facebook. I don't know how you contact me, but call me, beat me if you want to reach me, because I am super intrigued by book recommendations. I love them. Tell me more. Tell me more. But yeah. Thanks for hanging out with us today, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.